Hello, nerds! You are tuned in to a clip from the most recent stream over on the main channel, Generally Nerdy. This is Nerd News Clips, hence clip, but this is a little bit unique because we are technically right now in the off season, which means I do live shows, so I have to clip from the live show, so makes these clips a little bit more unstructured and kind of longer form than normal. But I appreciate you tuning in. If you are interested in the rest of the stream, then again, go check out the main channel, Generally Nerdy. Until then, enjoy the clip. There is some things that have happened. We watched Alien Romulus this past week. It was interesting. Let's go pull up something more appropriate on the image for Alien Romulus. Let's go Googles and images and Alien Romulus right there. All right, so watched Alien Romulus. This is basically... Go here? Yeah, let's do that one. I like that one a little better. Open image in new tab. So for Alien Romulus, basically everything you heard about this movie, about how it's good, but it could have been better. It's a lot of member berries to remind you why the Alien franchise is relevant and is worth watching. All of these things. Excuse me. Definitely applies. Believe the hype on this one. It was fun. It was absolutely worth a watch. I'm glad I watched it. I don't know how I would have felt if I saw this in theaters. Like if I had paid $20 a ticket to go see this in theaters, that might have pissed me off a little bit, just because it's not as cathartic. I mean, it's better than Covenant. I would definitely put it there. I would put it probably just behind Alien 2 as far as like the hierarchy of quality Alien movies goes, because definitely 1 is the peak and 2 is right there next to it. But this one, like if we're doing a tier list, I would say Alien Romulus is probably B tier, whereas most of the rest of the franchise would be C or lower. Like Prometheus, I would probably put as C tier, and then Covenant is definitely like a D, and Resurrection is F tier. Like just a lot of not great stuff that has come out of the Alien franchise. This is solid B. This is solid. This is entertaining enough. You have as much of a believable story as you can get. Not a whole bunch of like pointless plot holes. It just solid entertainment. Then the other one, like I said, we have been watching Shameless. Let's check that out. Shameless US. Come on, meow. Do the thing. There we go. Open in new tab, and then we go to that tab, and then yeah. All right, so Shameless, to the point now where Mickey and Ian are getting married, and so if you have not watched Shameless, it's not a very nerdy show, not nerdy at all, really. There's not a whole lot as far as the cinematography goes. It's like exceptional, so you can't even get nerdy on the technical side of things with this. It's just very entertaining. The actors' performances are, by and large, pretty fantastic. Very specifically, thinking Jeremy Allen White. Oh, good Lord, why am I going to brain fart the names of the freaking cast? So much fun. Emmy Rossum, when she's there, is... I wouldn't say she's necessarily phenomenal, actually. She's good. She definitely accomplishes the task at hand, but, like, she doesn't stand out. In a... William H. Macy. Good Lord, I was so trying to remember William H. Macy's name. That was a big brain fart. But Emmy Rossum as I suck with names so bad. Fiona, good lord. Again, is in a cast full of really great performances. She's good. She's not a stand. She left. She asked for the same paycheck as William H. Macy, which to on the face of it is ridiculous because like William H. Macy is one of the great underrated actors to come out of his generation. Like even if like you watch anything with William H. Macy, and even if the movie or show or whatever is not solid, his performance always is. Like I always enjoy William H. Macy performance. I can't think of anything I've seen him in where it's like, yeah, he could have done better. No, dude acts his ass off and is fantastic. And as Frank Gallagher, he is the reason a lot of people watch this show. Fiona, not so much. Like she definitely has her moments, and she definitely, to a certain degree, is like the glue that keeps this family together. But she left. Let's see, what season did she leave? She left in season 9. And there were how many seasons? 11 seasons. So she left, and they did 2.5 more seasons after her, and went and got to a logical conclusion. They didn't end the show because like, oh, it's just not working without Fiona. We didn't end the show because people were protesting that Fiona left, nothing like that. They ended the show because it was season 11, and how many shows go for 11 seasons to begin with? And on top of that, they came to a point where it made sense to end the show. So she didn't affect the end, but she got her wish. She got the pay, the same pay as William H. Macy, and then still quit on top of it. So it's like, I don't think you understand what you just did, or like just so many silly pieces with that. But Ian in the later seasons is, I mean, and Jeremy Allen White for sure. Why can't I think of Ian's name? Monaghan, Cameron Monaghan, who plays the Joker in Gotham. The 2 different versions of the Joker in Gotham, anyway. He is one of the big draws for this show. He is his character has bipolar, and like he executes that situation, that mental situation, so frequent, that mental disability even, just so incredibly well. And the fact that he and Mickey, his boyfriend / husband there at the end, are so good together is also one of the big draws towards the end of the series, because like at once they are one of the most dysfunctional couples you're ever going to see on television, but also kind of one of the most wholesome couples you're going to see on television too. Just the care and affection they have for each other and the way they take care of each other while unconventional is incredibly wholesome, and it's so great to watch. Like I seriously dig this show. It is incredibly entertaining. If you haven't watched it, you really should. Like I said, when I talked about we were going to be getting into this, there was something else I wanted to talk about here, but I didn't write it down, and I know I should have. So yeah, we're not talking about it. That being said, I believe that's where we are going to be ending the news portion. Yeah, we're gonna call this the news, and then we're going to take a moment. I'm going to put a little food in my face. I might have to feed my dogs, and then we'll come back and do a little bit of gaming and call it a night. So, for those of you watching in post, this is where the news ends, and so this is where the video / audio is probably going to end. So, thank you very much for joining. We will see you not next week. That is one thing I wanted to get out of the way. We will not be coming back next week. Next week is the final week before we come back with the regularly scheduled shows. I will have at least one reaction video that will go up next week. So there won't be a gap in content. It will just be a gap in the news. So there's that. Next week, I will be finishing all of the behind the scenes stuff as far as like my template for the editing and revamping the set a little bit. All of these things are going to be happening next week. And so I won't have time for a stream. So there's that. A couple of personal things are going to be getting in the way between now and then as well. So just not going to have the time to do it. So next week will not be a stream week. And then we will return the following week with our regularly scheduled news program. So that's happening. We'll see you there. Also, a reminder, Dubby is channel partner. Go check out dubby.gg so that you can get your 10% off with code Generally Nerdy on your next set of energy potion or hydration, whichever you prefer. Also, like I said, I am sponsoring myself this whole season. So go to, that's not the one I wanted. That's the one I wanted. Go to generally-nerdy.creator-spring.com. Link in the description for all of the major platforms so that you don't have to remember all those extra dashes and words and things. So you can buy yourself some nerdy merch. We got the Gaming Nerd merch just went live. Book Nerd has been up for some time, as well as the Music Nerd. All of the basic nerd stuff will be up before we go into the regular season. We are going into season 6 for those who have been keeping up on the main channel for some time. So that's pretty cool. Once again, this has been a clip from the most recent live stream on Generally Nerdy. So that is the main channel. This is the secondary channel. I appreciate you tuning in here, liking, subscribing, doing all of the things. Don't forget to go over there because the content is different from channel to channel. It's not just smaller versions of the large things, though largely that is what it is. So I appreciate your faces, nerds. We will see you in the next live stream, hopefully. And then again, when the season starts properly in a few weeks, we will see you back then as well, and we'll do much more structured and much more informational and much more fun things, I would say. So that being said, I appreciate your faces. Thank you very much for tuning into this clip. Don't forget, once again, to like, subscribe, share, do all of the things. We'll see you in the next one. Before we go, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.